Okay, we are back. What for? So now I am basically just waiting for 100% Neolithic to come to our village. So get this one up because it was a smidgen neglecting the tribe. A smidgen. So even on beginners, you will see they start grumping up after many years after having to play this either sleep by the fireplace or the worst places. What are you lacking? Raw stones. Oh, that's because they're fighting about it. I mean, you have collected raw stones, you only have two. One more. Right? Wait a minute. Did we get... We did. Why didn't I build pits when we got it? Anyway, how many things do we have? We have 79, so we can make a few. I'm quite fond of placing them fairly close to where they prefer to sleep and eat. I'm going to start with making a few. Are these too close to each other? Might be. There. Then they can walk as well. But if you start to make if you start to make storage areas, locked storage areas, or storage areas that can be closed, you need to make sure that you get enough. And we are having so little food. But you know, it feels a little bit like hardcore. A little bit like hardcore. Let's see. What does support do? Oh, they do absolutely nothing. Guess what you guys are going to do? You're going to go get raw sips and raw meat and honey, berries, mushies. It's kind of like food, except the raw sips. They are neutral. I do have an updated list, by the way, for food, the calories, and their preference, because they have changed a little bit. Not much on the like and dislike, but on the calories they give, they have changed. Oh yeah. Well, why are you eating this? Oh, because there's nothing else. Okay, I hear you. My bad. My bad. Oh, have I messed with the thingy again? No, I haven't. You guys can go there. Get a few more people to get food. Oh, maybe I should add a little bit higher limits. What do you think, ladies? Yeah? You think that would help a bit? A smidgen? But those last a long time, so I'm not afraid of taking a few. And these are so loved. Yeah, we have to take them. We have to start taking them on beginners because we have little food. So the food, here's a small trick for new players. Food that people do not like, have them in fewer service points so fewer people will seek them. The highest volume food should have the most. And also, in hardcore at least, get most service points for the loved food. Or for food that is neutral. Anything that is hated abhorred should only have either locked or very few service points, so not too many of the tribe picks them to go eat, yeah? Because they don't want to stand in queue. So if it's more than like 4 or 5 people in queue per pit, they will move on. And they will move on and move on and move on. I quite like to have in majority the baskets, to be honest. I just need to see how much fiber do we have in this river. I have noticed that the rivers seem to have more reed than before, but less fiber. What is going on here? Let's see where you guys are happy. You need more housing? Yes, I am aware. Let me see. 98. Okay, not done. Let's see. What is the like on this? It's -10. I should avoid building too many of those, even in beginners. Just see if they can manage to rotate a bit better, because I think the lack is a bit high to rotate properly, because there's always someone who risks sleeping consecutively times per night by the fireplace, and that's what we want to avoid. But they can easily rotate on really bad huts and really good huts, you know, but they do not like consecutively nights in anything really poor, like the fireplace. So there. Okay, we're getting food. Okay, so this is vermin. Yeah. Let's have them eradicate them, and then we could start doing a little bit of the bigger animals and just see how food looks. The wild produce, the vegetables. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go see, catch up a bit on the patch notes that we had 14 years ago that nobody's talked about. This is recent, by the way. This is not 40 years ago. I never exaggerate, ever. Right. So another thing that the devs have done to please those of us that enjoy a slower timeline is that on slow, it goes even slower. Historical years goes slower. So now you can actually manage to get a 100-year-old tribe if you start in 10k BC and play till 1500 AD. Yep. Oh, I think it's around 1500. Maybe it's 1200 AD, BC. Did I say AD? Oh no, I meant BC. I can't remember what I said. I really like that they put their own offerings, and you see that? That's a kind of, is it not a dream catcher? Love that. I just think that's so cool. And if you guys haven't noticed, there's a small detail that I noticed when I started testing this like yoinks ago, is that to not completely copy the art in real life, they have given the hands 6 fingers. Just in case you didn't notice. They have clapped on another finger. Which one it is? It looks to be another pointing finger, but I am not sure. It could easily be a, almost baby finger, little finger. The pinky. Okay, so now the house is blue. Only 5% is lacking. Good. Oh, was that the last grave? We need more. Ooh, we need more. These common graves are fairly quickly to build up, but just before at the same time. Let's have a look. Oh, that's our Neo. Can you see? The reason why I know it's Neo is simply because her complexion is almost white. Yeah. So now, ta-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Am I singing Superman thingy, or is it Star Wars? I have no idea what it is. Anyway, now, ladies and bubble butts, the world is our oyster. So what should I do? Should I pack the camp and move to a new spot, or should I continue here and be a bit hardcore? What do you think, girls? I mean, we did build a lovely thing here, didn't we? We did, didn't we? I think we'll stay. Right. Then we are going to do some farming. So we are fairly small, so we're not going to make huge farms. You know, we don't need that. And another thing that I need to remember is that when we make farms and when you get the yield the year after, I need to decrease drastically the wild produce, because yield so far in the game is fairly high. Even on hardcore it's high. There's a reason why several people now manage to do hardcore up in northern Norway, because the yield is more than 3 times than it used to be. Yeah, because there has been made changes and we have not yet done all the tweaks to all yield. Yeah, so don't think that suddenly game is broken. It is just temporary. We'll have high yields temporary. I say have fun with it while you can, because it won't last long. Because we're already working on fixing it or tweaking the numbers, because there's no way you're going to manage to have foreign population in northern Norway that easy. Just saying. Right, what was I going to do? I was going to make some farms. Right, and we already have tools for it. So what we're going to do, we're going to create fairly small. I recommend everyone to do it like this. Start small in your tribe. Don't chuck out like a zillion cells in one go. Just do a little bit like that. That's plenty enough. Do you know why it's plenty enough? Because it takes people to work on it. And we would like to start with beets. In this locality, we should have beets for sure. We should have flax and also wheat. We might have to wait a little bit for wheat. because it doesn't always pop up. Everybody knows this. Sometimes you can go years before anything pops up. But that is why we have regional tribes. We are going to borrow stuff. We just borrow what we lack. Borrow. Yeah. Right, so that was 1. And you belong to group 1. So you are beets. Beetroots. There you go. Beets. And I would like to have max priority on this one, because that means that the beet farm will allow 5 people to work on it. 9 people to work on it. I was thinking 5, that's a little bit small. No, so yeah, the farmer group is 1 priority, and of course the farm is another. So do as I say, not as I do. Right, 1 of 9. So that is a little bit much, to be honest. That's like 1/3 of a population, or 1/4 of it. I think that might be a little bit. But let's see if they can do it. We can also put it down on 7. You know, it can be 7. Let's see if they can do it. The only thing that I'm a little bit worried about is because we're playing fast. So you have 1 day to clear it, 1 day to till it, 1 day to plant it, and day 4 everything is stop. Then everything is over. So I think, am I being too cocky with that size? I could be a bit cocky. Okay, let's be a little bit less cocky. Just be a little bit careful. Just a little bit. How's that? How many? Because there's 4. Yeah, well, it's better than it was. And 7. But the area is smaller. Yeah. So then we need the second one. Where did it go? There you go. You are going to do the next. Yeah, same size. I hope. No, is it smaller? Dang. No, it's not. There you go. You guys are blacks. And you guys are, of course, going to do beets. There you go. So beets at the moment have the highest raw yield. The lowest raw yield is actually, I think it's flax. I think. Oh, they don't give you names. So in game they're called pulses, but that is the family, isn't it? It's a pulse plant that gives peas. So I always use peas. So that's not big. I don't want to confuse people. Don't be confused. They are pulses, but inside them are peas, right? What's the last? Wheat. Wheat. There you go. Ta-da. You do wheat. So the more livestock we get, the smarter it is as well to have wheat farms. Even though you have plenty of the food, get wheat farms for the straw. If you don't have a lot of flax, because you don't need a lot of fiber, then you don't have flax to give to your livestock. So livestock is smart to feed. For instance, if you have pigs, feed them the leftover bones. Pigs love bones. Yeah, seriously, they love it. To gnaw on bones and suck out the bone marrow. Disgusting, but hey, that's what they do. They are omnivores. They will eat you. They will eat you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to be smart and be a little bit efficient. And when I say that, I mean I'm going to place tools that they need for the farms fairly close to the farm, but not so far away that the farm over here will have to walk 5 years. I never exaggerated. I just, yeah. Let me see. And they will use these. They will use these, and they will use these of crop tool. And what they can never be without are the wooden spears. Right. So maybe I should make another one with wooden spears so I don't argue, because everyone will at the same time go for those. Just no point making it too big because they have to stand in line anyway. Better to have a few extra and make them a bit smaller. Right, so let me see. This is okay. I don't need to do anything. The only time I like to play with labor time around farming is when I'm overproducing, or when I'm overtasking the tribe. I'm basically asking for more than 80% of tribe to do the chores. If I don't have enough people to complete the chores on default work hours, then I chuck up the work hours so they work almost twice as long. It's necessary to play with policy like this in hardcore if you want to play the high tribes. Otherwise, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. Let me see. Oh, maybe I should give them the people they need. 7. That's 8. 7. Oh, it was saving. I was wondering, what the heck? Why is it not working? Ain't working. Okay, you can get 7. You can get 7. You can get 7. And you can get 7. Right, and what we also need is to get some of the seeds. So they should also be fairly close to where you have your tools. Yeah. But since we have so few farmers, we don't need a ton of service points for them. I normally give them at least 2 each though, to start with. If you want to be very micromanagey and min-max, but you don't really need it yet. I'm going to adjust the tools. Let me see. I'm going to give you 30 and you are going to get 50, because bones are cheaper to build and you know, does the job even though it's 25% less. And then the bifaces are good, but they are very expensive, and we are going to transform them into stone sickles when that time comes, because that's the best thing to use. But you will, in most cases, if you are semi-nomadic, you will have to use a mix, because the locality won't manage to keep up with hundreds and hundreds of these tools. It just will never be enough. Even in beginners, everything is reduced. So yeah. Let me have a look and see on these. These can easily go up to 100 now. And I will give you one more person. And you guys should now go higher up. I want them to be roughly 150 also. Yeah, like that. Yeah. So what else has been changed in the last 3 months or so? Yeah, there has also been, along with the vegetables and the vegetals in the wild, we also have reduction on fish, on clam, and on prey. So yeah, so everything has been clamped down upon. So have a look at these. They are pure Neolithic, both of them, 100%. You can tell by their color, their complexion. And they have increase in both woodworking and leatherworking. So of course we're going to take those to keep up with the skills. So you see in tribe, green is what it has recently learned, and we just had more added from these 2 migrants, or at least the woman. Right, so, oh, maybe I should get people to, so you guys, you can go and gather some of these. Well, you guys can go get a few of these. Oh, we don't have wheat, but this is what we have the regional tribes for. We borrow stuff. Yeah. We do. So to all new players, lock down your seeds so they cannot be eaten, and put priority on max, meaning everyone will try to fill up this storage first to its limits, and you don't need more than 18. You will not even use 1 seed for these, because 1 seed can cover between 30 plus ish cells. Yeah, so keep that in mind. If you keep around 20 to 30 cells for a maxed out 900 cell farm, you should be well secured. Yeah, and you guys can have this. There you go. You can have this. So nice. Now what we are going to do, we're going to go ask for some help from this tribe here. How big is it? It wants honey. We do not want to trade our honey, so we are going to be a little bit bob. We're not going to be super nice. We're going to forcefully borrow. Yeah, it's hard life. It's a hard knock life. You do it to be without, or wait 4 years to see if anything comes up, and if it hasn't come until 4 years have gone, you're probably not going to get it. Probably. A piece like it hot. So I'm not sure how much we're going to get here, but for now the temperature is not alpha and omega so much as humidity. Humidity is kind of the big thing now. Right, so what else is new? Yeah, let me see. Yeah, there have been some UI changes. You guys have of course already seen this. I quite like it, I have to admit, but we also have other changes, for instance in the buildings list, where you can see everything that you have built that is in tribe responsibility. We have lost a few things that will no longer show. For instance, the offerings will not show. What else? Some of the decor will not show. So just be aware, it's not that you're lacking it, it's just that it's not showing anymore. We still have it, but it does not list. It will not be listed. Yeah, in the building list. That's kind of it, really. How are we doing here? So 2 for now, and you will be those. Yeah, so I gave the task of getting these, no, not you, getting the seats we need to, gosh, that was quick. That was, oh, we lost 2. Sorry, but it was needed. Are you sleeping? Oh, it's yellow again. What the heck? Okay, time to build more. So what do we need for this? We need a lot more Neolithic and architecture. Yeah. Let's get up more stuff. This one is now neutral. That's fine. Neutral is fine. On beginners, neutral is 100% fine. We just need to get them away from the fireplaces, because we're now going into year 5, and that is the limit of what they will accept before they start to be really unhappy with you. Considering that's been several hundred years they've slept out in the open or by the fireplace, they might be in their rights to be annoyed. Okay, so we have start for everything. Oh, oops! Guess what I've got? Da, da, da. Without these ones, we're not going to get any seed from either wheat or flax. So this is needed. Get going. Do it. There you go. And last but certainly not least, we will need fences. Because we're not hunting the big prey, and they will come here. They will come here and have fun. Absolutely. Absolutely. Then we get a warning sign. Fences are needed. Wild animals are entering. Wah. Okay, so now we are... Oh, you need repair and you have been built. Okay, that's fine. I like when they just think out things themselves and improve their skill, overall skill for the tribe, because they're smart, you know, figuring stuff out. Okay, so what do we have in camp? We have stolen that, so that means we have this one to thresh. And I just hope I have enough people. Well, you can only have 7, so they better work. Yeah, we have everything up for keeping up with the skills as well, so just put on some speed and let's get the farming going, because I also want to be able to make... It's on the service now, isn't it? The wooden trails are on the service now because they now provide a service. The service they provide is that you will walk not only faster on these paths, but you will also, as a player, manage to guide your tribe better as to what directions they should start going to get stuff. And I think that's great. I talked about before, I'm going to make one in each compass direction, or whatever suits me, to be honest, compass or not. And then another one in between each of them, so they always have several routes to go. Then we can, I know a lot of you will recognize this, we can avoid some of the silly routes they tend to take every now and then. Yeah, sometimes they take this long scenic route around the tribe, and I'm like, what in the actual flippity-doo-dah are you doing? You know, and often when you go check their attributes and their who they are, you can see they have imbecile or clumsy or stupid or slow. It's so typical. You know, it's like real people. They do silly things. Yeah, the hang tight. I am building as fast as I... Well, okay, that's a lie. I'm not building as fast as I can. I'm building bit by bit. Hang tight, little bubs. This beginner, don't be so hardcore on me. Seriously. you know, I get so complacent with when I play the starter levels to help out the ones who just started playing the games. Then I become lazy. It's ridiculous how effectful it is to, you know, if you really have to work hard, you will work hard. But if you get away with being lazy, you will be lazy. Isn't that weird? Oh, dude, yeah, I'm no different, I have to admit. Okay, so you're going to be wheat. But don't forget that now the threshers have been increased in the amount they can take at the same time. So threshing now will go much faster. It used to be only 3 amounts of sheaves you could take at the same time, but now you can do 6. Yeah, and each 2 sheaves grants half a unit of seed. So in order to get 1 full seed, you need 4 sheaves, or both wheat crop and also flax crop. So what are you lacking? You are lacking beetroots. Yeah, because we only had 2. But we're not lacking. We're going to fill everything. The reason this one is coming up is not because we don't have enough beetroots for the cells. It's because we don't have enough beetroots for 7 people. Because we only had 2. Yeah? So don't be fooled by this. Yeah? Yep. And you are going, look at that. 80 cells already. Well, we did have 14, didn't we? We had tons. We had tons of wheat that we borrowed from the neighbors. You guys. So you see the temperatures and you see the moisture. This is the moisture, 73%. And this is directly correlating to the yield you will get. And this is fluctuating throughout the growth period of each type of crop you have. So you can start, say you start on 79% humidity, which is good. You really want this for this type of plant. But then as the seasons go by before it is harvested, you can have a drop in temperature, you can have an increase, and hence the humidity changes, and then the conditions changes. So you might get a little bit less than you thought you would with the 79% in start, because it dropped to like 76 during a cold rush of wind somewhere. Because some of these plants are very, very wary of the environment. And you as a farmer will notice this. You will see that you don't necessarily get exactly the same yield every year. Only a few degrees can change the amount you get. And this is fairly accurate. And we have also discussed how we're going to do with getting it realistic with regards to laying land fallow, how to fertilize, what kind of fertilize, and most important of all, diseases. Because this belongs to the era. So these are things that will be discussed in the future. And if you guys have any interest in attending the development, give your suggestions. The devs will note everything down. You know, this is not just a game where the devs are doing everything. It's supposed to be the community, you know, with their insight. Do research, make your claims, stake your interest, you know. So don't be afraid to do that. Right, so we have a little bit of everything. We have everything. We see you guys are actually down. So these guys have 118 because we had so much left of the seeds. I'm going to take out those seeds, let them eat those. Oh, well, not necessarily eat. Why don't we have livestock yet? Can I protest that we don't have livestock? Because I want to feed the leftover grains to livestock. Right, so it's not time yet to take down the food amounts, but it will soon be time. So I'm gonna let them finish these. Okay, so you could take 90, but now we actually are out of seed, because we covered 90 cells with two plus something seeds. So we almost had 3 seeds, almost managed 90, only lacking 5. I'm happy with that. This one, yeah, this one only had 2 as well. As you can see, just a little bit over 2, not more. And these guys, yeah, they're also low. How many did we have? We had 1, didn't we? And you can see you have 25 cells covered already. Right, so now we can get up some more, 14. So I'm going to do straw, but I'm going to do the uneconomical one because that is neutral. I do not want more minus quality on housing, because we might struggle a little bit with food until the farms come. So see, the entire gameplay has changed. This is beginners and we still have so little food. So we need to smarten up and play more as it is supposed to be, is how it was back then. And this is the point of this. And I must admit, I am loving it. Absolutely loving it. I can't wait to try to get 400 population in hardcore Northern Norway. I'm going to fail so much. I'm going to probably be frustrated because it's not going to be possible anymore. If you do it, it's because you're relying on a pure nomadic lifestyle. And you're basically uprooting your people 3 times a year to manage that. Just go and hunt up everything there is and then move on. Like locusts going over the fields. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to call my tribe the locusts. You know, what is it? The grasshoppers? Locusts? I don't even know how to say it. Oh, dude. Okay, so yeah, get that up. Now we have 45. We should now consider to let me see, you guys. Yeah, 50 is fine because we want the wooden posts. We're just going to place those down immediately. So I normally start just in the middle to get it straight and then just go out like that. Yeah, I'm going to continue to adjust my groups a little bit. Yeah, we need more bone knives. You guys are fine. You guys can have 1 more person. And you guys can do 20 now. Yeah. We don't even need 20. We can go down to 6 and even lower, you know, because now we have other tools, but they won't necessarily steal the access all the time that my wood choppers need. And I'm going to put those down to 1 to keep up. Just a maintenance amount for the fireplaces. We only have 1 fireplace for now. Okay. Oh, migrants. You have, of course. Oh, we are of course going to take this one. Of course. Let's make bone harpoons. And see, now we just need more Neolithic influence in order to be able to make them fantastic houses. See, that's all we lack, because we now have the architecture for it. We just lack the Neolithic influence. But you know, when the tribe is so small as ours is now, what are we, 40 something? We are 48. This means that we won't need a gazillion immigrants to get enough of the Neolithic influence to build them. So if you want to start building Neolithic things immediately coming out of Mesolithic, don't have 5,000 citizens, because then each migrant is fighting with 5,000 citizens. I never exaggerate. Right, what was I doing? I forgot what I was doing. Yeah, I need to have a look at the food. The food is abysmal. And I saw someone on happy faces saying, I'm hungry. So what we're going to do, we're going to increase this to also have boars. No, I didn't have boars. I thought I had boars. Or was I saving? Was I saving the larger prey for more bob times? I probably was. I actually can't remember. I'm going to do those only. Oh, did I already hunt them up? I did, didn't I? Already hunted them up. Because we already did those, didn't we? And then I took them away to let them regenerate. I will not allow them to regenerate. You will die, all of you. Even though you're really cute. Really cute when they're small. Have you seen the piglets when they're small? They're beige, yellowish, with black stripes or brown stripes. So cute. But let's do a little bit here. Actually, these can now have unlimited because we are planting them. So there will always be a ton of cultivated. Let me see. You can be eaten up. And you have nothing. And you have nothing. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. We should just make sure that we actually get food, even though we have cultivated yield. You guys can easily go to 50, and there's no point doing more, to be honest, for hazelnuts. They do last long, so that is a good thing. Let me see, you guys. I was done with these, wasn't I? I was, yeah. No, I thought I put them up to 2. I think I'm senile. Or maybe it was when I had a break and I loaded a game too soon. So I've loaded 2 minutes into the past. Oh, back to the future. Or back to the... Huh? Could be it. Fisherman, I'm going to leave fisherman on 2. So there are several reasons why you should not overfish. First of all, the reason number 1 is the more your fishermen have to walk away from camp, the more of the work hours are wasted on logistics. They don't learn anything when walking, nor do they catch anything while walking. So if you're going to have 14 fishermen, you better be by the ocean. That is the only place you can get away with it in beginners. In rivers, no. So keep that in mind. Right, let me have a look and see what more changes. There are tons of changes, not like just one thing. Yeah, objects removed from list I talked about the decay period for bodies being decreased. Well, one thing that we have all waited for really is serious. I think every one of us has seen this and had a comment about it to the devs or to the forums or to each other for that matter. That sometimes when there's few sitting places, you see the crafters are standing in line for hours, waiting for some other poor little tush to move his ass from the bench or a stone or in the hut. They don't do that anymore. They move on to the next phase now. Thank goodness. That was quite frustrating at times in the really big tribes. Unless you had a gazillion benches and gazillion housing they could crawl into, they would stand all day in queue waiting for the other ones to move. And that has been sorted. I'm really happy about that. Let me see. She has increased in woodworking. That is always good to have because we need high woodworking to get the high-end housing. So remember that. She is good. And she has either the same or a little increase in... no, she's the same as tribe in weaving. Yeah, I'll take these. I will take any increase in basically all levels. See, the only thing that is not precariously dangerous... Oh, oops, wait, I need to do some more graves. Dangerous to let go is leatherworking. What else is not super? You need super high things to do. Leatherworking is the one where you need the least high things to do. You do need to keep it up at least 40%, otherwise you will lose. No, you won't. Blue is what you need, green is what you have. We have 40%, we only need 10 for the thresher. So if you keep leatherworking to 10, you should be alright. But remember that there are other things as well that is depending on leatherworking. For instance, these. They just need like a few percent. No, they don't. Yeah, they do. 10% they need. No, that was architecture. They need the same. It's the same for both. I forget because there's so many items to remember. Normally one would think that after so many hours one would remember everything. But no. Not working like that with my brain. No. Okay, how are we doing with housing first of all? 8. Was I done with doing all the food? I think I was. Increased them all to be a bit more greater. As long as we don't waste a ton, we are good. So now we have, yeah, look at that. We have several days of food from the peas. No, peas, from the beets. What we should do is to get up food processing to 40% so we can actually... No, we need Neolithic, not food processing. We are good for food processing. We only need 30% to get it. But we need more Neolithic people. Then we need to get these down. I'll put this one up, but I'm going to keep labor time as is. Because I cannot afford... I don't want to afford combinational rest. Because that is what you get when you have several types of unhappiness at the same time. Like this one here. She has only 1. But that's plus 36 unrest. And if you then... have high work hours and she has poor grades or is forced to work a lot of overtime, because that is also a thing, she will get double unrest. She will get both housing unrest because there's not enough good housing, and she will get overtime, hard work, she's fatigued, unrest. So yeah, be vigilant here, even on beginners, especially graves. Dear Lord, if you don't have graves, they're gonna, yeah. I'm actually going to pause and check and see who it is that is needing a grave and his relatives, and see how angry they are. Like her, let's have a look. She's not angry because that's the only thing she has to be angry about. And the counting only starts around 24 hours or so after they died. And he also has a wife. And she is not unhappy either. But because he hasn't been dead on the ground that long. And you, yeah, I'll take you. She has increase in oh, we can make stone sickle. Finally, she has increased in I almost said leatherworking, but in toolsmithing. Let's go find the stone sickle. I'm not going to make those unless I go do a lot of raiding. I'm going to do 20 of those, roughly half of what the population is, roughly-ish. You also need to see the environment. What will the environment allow you to have? But these no longer need to do these because we have already established all the farms, all the crops. So now you can only have the free workers go take any extra produce that is being reseeded by your farms, because that happens. For instance, the beets tend to reseed really quickly. The seeds fly with the wind, and suddenly we find big batches everywhere of them, even though some locality only had a few when we started. Yeah, so the least transferable to the wild are the peas. You will find smaller amount in peas than you will find anything else. After the beets, it's the flax that tends to be better at spreading, and then wild wheat tends to be fairly low on the spread. It might take years to spread as well, to go into the wild. Right, so now we have 48 people. Oh, you know, if I keep accepting all migrants, we will forever lack housing. This is a common thing with me, isn't it? Yeah, I see now that I reloaded a save after I had my break to one that I saved 2 minutes before I stopped. So I lost the house I built, or lost the blueprint, because I'd only placed down a blueprint. They hadn't started building it yet when I took my break. Yeah, but we are basically where we should be anyway. It's only a matter of 2 minutes. We're good. Oh wait, oh, I put it in tribe. I shouldn't do that. It should go to you. Oh, oops. Didn't even hit. There you go. Oh, more migrants. Okay, let's chill. What you are in year 5, we can go 50-ish, but I do need Neolithic. I'm not even going to check the other one. I'm taking that one because now we can make mud ovens and mills, which we need. So that in turn means that mud now will have to go up to 250, because each oven needs 250 mud. And the good thing about mud is that even though you need like several thousand in some projects, each gatherer will easily carry 30. You know, it's not like it's going taking 1 and 2. It's taking 30 at the same time. Whoa. There you go. But you can also use, if you want to, builders group that will help you to build, or to be dairy maids, you know, or even just repair the baskets, keep the fireplaces going. You can basically use the builders group for whatever you see fit, even the chores, because there are more changes to them. They are now adhering more to the skills needed in the task in the group. Yeah, so you won't often have that people have no clue what they're doing, are constantly taking the spaces, unless you have like 14 spaces, of course, then it will fill up with everything. But if you have only a few, you will find that on the whole it is those that have more skills in the task that will often come and join and skill themselves more up. So everything to try to help out the player to keep up with the skills, which of course is a good way to make sure there's not too much frustration among the players, especially among the new ones that will need to take some time to get to learn everything, because the game can be so intricate in so many areas. It might seem easy, but you know, all the paddling underneath the water that we don't see, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Let me see how we're doing. So now we just need, okay, yeah, these are about to be harvested as well. So they are maturing, and as soon as October ticks in, first week of October, then they will be harvestable. So the first thing to always harvest in the year is beets, always. And then you have the flax, then you have the wheat, followed shortly by the peas or pulses, whatever you want to call them. See, they are constantly learning. What are you grumpy about? Are you sleeping out in the fireplace? Yeah, okay. But he likes the food. He likes the food. -1 on rest. That means he's had berries. He says, I like berries. Yeah. Yeah. That reminds me, I was going to talk to you ladies about the changes in the foods. Right. So not only has the preference changed a little bit, but we also have changed the calories, which is probably the most important for people playing beginners when it's this hard. The higher tribe you have, the higher population you have, the more difficult it will be. I can see, yeah, he has increased on everything. Is it only charisma? He's a bit bob. Yeah, he's a bit aloof. That's fine. Walking alone, nothing wrong with walking alone, seriously. Hail introverts, all good. No problem whatsoever. I think we're all in need of being a bit introvert ourselves, no matter how much we claim we are social, to be honest. Just to catch our breath, seriously. Oh, yeah. Right, so the poorest, of course, is straw. Straw has 250 calories for the animals. So this is why it's so important that you new players and experienced players as well, if you did not know, that you also give them your leftover flax grains. Flax grains have insane calories. They have 4,000 calories. You can feed 10 cows on only a few grains. I'm exaggerating to make a point. Well, you will need thousands and thousands upon thousands of straw to feed the same amount. Exaggerating again. But yeah, there's a big difference between 250 calories and 4,000 calories. And if you consider that a domesticated cow will eat roughly 3,500 or so, or more, up to 4,500 of the food. One flax grain will basically fill a cow. I'm not even kidding. So the animals that eat the most are the cows, without a doubt. And then the pig will follow very, very close behind, with only 2k difference-ish. And then after that you have the sheep. Oops, no, I didn't say that. Oh my word. Then you have the goat. You have the goat. I didn't say it. The goat needs 150, almost at 1,500 calories to be well fed. But the good thing about the livestock in comparison to humans is that livestock eat once per 24 hours, while humans need 2. They need 2. Go get mud and don't be lazy on it. Oh, they're also gathering reed. Right, so here's something I do that I should not do. You should not have them build any objects with fast decaying materials before all materials are in camp. So what we can see now, we can see that from the evening until morning comes, you will see a fall in the resources, because I did not have enough resources to complete it fully. Yeah, so I'm going to help them out a little bit. I don't recommend doing this on the whole. I recommend actually doing your groups right and playing right. I can't even find a flipping mud heap. Come on. Where are you guys hiding? I need to go to the other side, I think. Is that one? No. Where are the mud heaps? What the heck? There's supposed to be tons here. It's dark. Maybe I don't see them. Is that a mud heap? It is. Is it? No, it isn't. I got tricked. How about this? How about you? No, not you. Okay, not embarrassing at all. Not embarrassing at all. I don't care. If I find it, I find it. If I don't, I will continue to keep looking. See, I get tricked by these. Are these not mud either? So, they tend to be very like glowing, like glossy. You know what I mean? Like they're made of gloss. Okay, now I'm getting annoyed because I'm so stupid. I'm going to leave it and then I'm going to follow them and see where they're going. And see where they're going to find it. It's got to be a bit far off. Yeah, so don't do that. Wait till you have the mats in camp, or till you basically know that it's incoming now, before you start building things that has high decay material that needs to be placed. See here, it's already down to 187 and it's one night. God damn. Okay, more nearly. You have weaving, yeah, but you also willpower, will strong. Oh, yeah, taking her. Definitely. Now we can make wells. And thrilitons. We're not going to focus on thrilitons at the moment. We are going to build the tribe a little bit more and get the food, the cultivated food, to become the main resource of nutrition for tribe. This is something we have to work on because we have so little food in the wild that we can rely on constantly and without any doubt. The only thing we are victim to, I almost said, is that we need to remember that the temperature, the humidity can trick us a little bit. Even just a few grades too high or too low for the thriving of this type of plant can change the yield. Yeah, right, so let's go back a little bit to the food. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I was going to follow that guy, wasn't I? Okay, they are almost there though. 40, yeah, that's enough in camp. So the most loved food is still the honeycomb, you know, honey, and it also still has the most calories. It beats everything. It's got like 4,500 calories. It's insane. So if you want to have a feast of honey, you should go to region 3, specifically the southern part of region 3. So remember, region 3 is everywhere in the more southern parts of Europe, below the Pyrenees and downwards. Yeah, along the entire stretch of Europe. It's a bit random, the amount, but all southern parts should have some amount of the bees. Right, so now we have an oven, and then we're going to make a mill to let them do some milling. And with that, we're also going to make one extra for wheat, so they can place the heaps of wheat that are too much into overflow storages that can be used by the tribe. Remember to lock down your seed. That's really important. Now we are planting again. So now 28 of the tribe will. Oh look, we're 53 already. Will be busy with planting and tilling. Okay, so let them do that. I'm gonna wait till I have 250 before I do the next one, because we lost like a full load of clay or mud because I was too impatient. It's a good idea. Wait till your materials are in camp. Right, but then we have a good start here, don't we, guys? We are 50 people. We can easily go higher up, around 60-ish, around year 6 plus minus. And we have started. We have all the crop types. We have what we need to process the food further. We don't have any livestock to give the flax grains to, so either just keep it locked and let it rot away if you have combination unrest, if people are unhappy, or let them eat it in a pinch. But do not let them eat it several meals in a row, because then they will build that specific unrest up to like 15, and in the end they leave. They get so annoyed. Yeah, so the least liked food is still the bone, but the bone actually has more calories than the beetroots. Yeah, so this has changed drastically. So even though they will eat 4 to 8 bones, depending adult, old, whatever, they will still have a better nutritional use of bone marrow than from beetroots. So apart from roots, then of course, which everybody hates as well, which is 350. And yeah, there are several really low ones. Oh, more migrants. Okay, so let's take these, see what they have got. I'll take you anyway because of your Neolithic. I'll take you anyway because of your Neolithic. Because we want one roundhouse, and then we can start to just be really, really picky. Okay, so you guys need to be for wheat, and then look at what I'm doing now. This is important. I'm putting down the priority to default or one above, and this is because I want them to fill the locked storage first. That is why you don't put equal priority on everything. You need to balance it based on the need and the usage. And the usage here is for seeding only, not for consumption. Ergo, this one should have lower priority because then they will fill this and then they will fill this. By this, you are securing that you always have seeds for next year's planting. Right. That was it for this time. I will continue in a few days. We're going to see how we can manage to build a tribe and then have 4 maxed out farms, 900 cells each. And we are going to reach a point where we can sustain ourselves more or less on farms only. This is the goal. Yeah, wild produce should only be a small trickle, a bit of hunting, a bit of fishing, a bit of berry gathering, etc., etc., a bit of fruit getting. And besides that, we are going to copy the Neolithic lifestyle 100% as far as game allows us. Yeah, so that is something to look forward to. In the meantime, have fun and take care.